Satisfy your need for happiness through your own curiosity with the Ranveer Show. Do you have bros your age?
I do have a few, yeah.
What's their life like versus your life as a career switched content creator?
Most of the bros I have very, I would say from my perspective, kind of mundane and boring lives. Doing a job. Some of them are very successful, traveling the world. Winter in one continent, summer in another continent, coming to India 4 times a week. I just met a friend of mine a couple of days ago who lives in Australia. And he travels a lot, but he has a very straightforward job. He doesn't have a lot of course, the traveling gives a lot of variety in your life, but the sort of thing that we go through, that's not there. So yeah, I mean, there are people
What do we go through? And I want to know this as a life learning because I don't have perspective on life outside of content creation. This thing that you and me are doing, what is it? What is it resulting in?
Yeah, what's it resulting in? We are always out there in the public domain. We are, whether we like it or not, public figures. And everything we do is open to public scrutiny. You do something and there's going to be all kinds of reactions from here, some quarter or the other, that sort of thing. So your life is extremely intensely scrutinized. At least your online life is. And obviously, if you're doing it all the time, then your real persona is out there in public. So yeah, you are always being scrutinized 24/7. People can pull out old videos, old tweets, whatever, and talk about you. You did this, you did that. I'm sure you've gone through that. I'm sure you get reactions from all quarters about various things. And they don't realize that people evolve over time. What I was 10 years ago is not necessarily who I am today. The core characteristics are the same. I actually, at the very core fundamental level, am still the same person that I was when I was 5 years old. I know that.
Yeah.
But I have obviously life experiences, circumstances, all that has added so many layers to our personalities, and that's what everybody goes through. So you may have to, I mean, if I think of myself 10 years ago, I probably would say I was so naive and so silly. And I had such misguided views about various things. I'm sure 10 years down the future me would look back at me today and maybe say the same thing. So we're always evolving. Our tastes are evolving. Our perspectives are evolving. Our beliefs also may be evolving. So just because you said something a few years ago doesn't mean that that's the same person, and you may today not believe the same thing. But that's what we are open to. We are open to public scrutiny. Our life is always being examined by the viewers, and that's what we have chosen for ourselves. So it's a roller coaster ride for us. For most people, well, they can curate what they put out of themselves on Instagram or wherever, and some of them may not even have an online persona or an online profile. So life is very stable for them. There are none of these ups and downs, and it's very few parameters to worry about. For us, we have so many parameters to worry about.
Like?
I mean, YouTube. It has so many different parameters. The number of views you get, the likes you get, the dislikes you get, the comments you get, the way people see you. Then you have various other platforms and all that. Then you have your relationships. Obviously, you will have lots of business relationships because of what you're doing. So you have to address each of them individually. Lots of parameters in there also. You have to balance certain things sometimes. There's so much that we do that we may not consciously think about, but it's all there. So the more you do, the more free parameters you have in there, in the equation, in the differential equations. I mean, that's how I see it. And most people don't have so much of that. So I think life is much simpler for them, and they have less to worry about if they are the worrying type. So that's how it's different, I would say.
So what do you think this experience of life does to one's human mind?
I think the more you experience, the richer and more complex your experiences are. And I think it depends on you. I mean, if you can handle that sort of thing, if you enjoy new experiences all the time, it's great. You get to travel, you get to meet people, you get to be put in different milieus, different kind of environments. And if you enjoy that sort of those diverse experiences, it's for you. But if you like a life of stability and not too much of that, ups and downs, then you maybe not be cut out for this sort of public life and all that. So that's how I see it. I have always been an open-minded person. I always enjoy new experiences. I've always enjoyed traveling. I've always enjoyed meeting new people, even though I may be an introvert, but I still enjoy all this. I really do. So for me, it's fine. And I don't really worry too much about what other people think so I'm good,
Do you think one needs to be a little up to be experimental?
You got to be different. You got to be slightly crazy to do this. I mean, out of the 52 cards, 1 or 2 maybe a little bit misaligned. That kind of works for you.
Little whacked out. Some eccentricity needs to be there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure I'm a little bit eccentric at least.
All the content creators who've been on the show, all of them are eccentric in some weird way. That's just a theory I have.
Yeah.
I met some of my engineering bros, like the core group, the ones who eventually would be in the scene in the movie of your life if there ever is one.
Yeah.
Your core group.
Yep.
Sushant Singh movie that come out about engineering bros. Chichore.
Okay.
Yeah, my Chichore bros.
I see.
So I met them. Vibe is still the same.
That's the great thing about it,
Yeah, they still make fun of you.
Yeah.
Still talk shit.
And you need that.
Yeah.
You need that. You need that grounding, that balance in life. So when you meet your old friends, your old bros, you gotta have the same dynamic. Otherwise, it's like you lost it, Yeah, so you need that in life.
Just that shouldn't go.
You
should have a few anchors in your life. Maybe family.
Yes.
Not maybe family. Definitely family.
Definitely family.
Definitely bros.
Yeah.
I would also go, you would have a better outlook on this, but definitely romantic partner.
Yeah.
Wife.
Yeah, obviously. Yes.
Your wife is like your anchor.
Oh, yeah. She treats me the same. No difference.
No difference between content creator, AC and...
Doesn't matter. Yeah, that you need that. You need that stability. You need that anchor, that grounding. That certain things are constant, no matter whether you have ups or downs in life. Certain things stay constant. You really need that. If you have that, you are blessed. Actually, yeah, you need that.
Yeah, the one thing I did notice about them is that even the day I met them, they were slightly less experimental than I was about things.
Okay.
Just generally. Like I pitched that we should call our whole engineering batch, to meet us on that same night.
Okay.
And they were a little hesitant about the impulsive nature of that statement.
Okay.
But I still put the message on my engineering group that night and people showed up.
Okay.
So these guys were hesitant about that whole process, that no, we had planned that it would just be us, etc.
Okay.
And that made me a little bit reflective in terms of, has content creation done this to me where I seek novelty from life experiences? I don't know. Have you had this?
I've always sought novelty in life. I've always sought new experiences. I've always sought to travel to places that others won't travel to. And even if I travel to a place where everybody does travel, I've always sought out a different path. So I've always been like that. But so I agree. I'm that sort of person. I always seek out something different. I always seek out some novelty, maybe a little bit of thrill here and there, as far as it's not too dangerous, hopefully, that sort of thing. But yeah, there is that aspect to my personality. I want new experiences. I want to experience new things.
If you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out these curated playlists that we've made especially for you, related to the subject that was spoken about in this clip.